Now is it better? Tell me. Yesterday we were doing some story, Nore. Tell me. I told PNS, right? Preeti and what? Shreya.
Shreya.
Start what? A new business, right? Everyone there, no? Who's missing today? Ishan is there, Arati is there, Shreya is there, I think Smriti is missing. ठीक है. So, your PNS, that is what? Preeti and Shreya, correct? Right? Started a business. I think we discussed this, right? Whether to go to Pune, Mumbai, Karnataka or something, I would have given Kolkata,
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad or Bangalore, correct? Something of this sort, right? So we went with Pune, correct option, right? Some 2 crore. We said what? Equity share capital, right? 50 lakhs, right? And debt 150 lakhs, right? Something like this we said, right? Then I said for the 50 lakhs, correct? And the 150 lakhs, right? That is equity and debt, right? So we said here 20% was the required return, correct? So how much was the return that you will get? Tell me. How much return? 50 lakhs into 20%. How much is the return?
So 10 million.
10 million or 10 lakhs?
10.
Correct.
Hmm.
Million maybe we are doing, no? Wait, we'll do in millions only. Wait. 50 million, correct? And 150 million. Okay. So 20% would be how much? 50 million into what? 20%, right? That is nothing but 10 million. And here I said you went to bank. How much percent did I give you? 6, 7% ले लो, चलो 7%. So how much is 7% of 150 million? Tell me.
10.5.
10.5 million. एक second. So आ जाओ. 50 million 20%, 150 million 7%, right? Have a look. Are you okay with it? Tell me. So 10 and 10.5. 20.5 million is the total expense that you have to do for how much? 200 million worth of capital, right? Have a look. So therefore, if I ask you an average rate, how much was it, right? 20.5 million divided by 200 million. I think this was something that we did. So how much is the average rate? Tell me. 10.25 something we found out, no?
Yes, 10.25.
10.25%. Correct? Is it okay? Tell me. Makes sense? Now, the WACC formula, how to derive the WACC formula. Could I write all this, okay, in this way? Have a look. Huh? See, what I'm trying to say, out of the total capital, tell me how much is total capital? Total capital raised. Total capital raised is how much? Tell me. कितना है? Your 50 million from your own pocket, 150 million from debt. So how much is the total capital raised? कितना है? How much is it?
200.
200 million, right? And therefore, can I say now, see how this goes, right? Sir, 50 million out of the 200 million. 50 out of the 200. 50 is the weight of what? Equity. 200 is the total capital. Or I can write 200 like this also. Have a look. Can I write 200 like this also? That is addition of what? 150 plus 50, correct? Multiplied by how much is the required return of the equity shareholder? Can you tell me? Required return of equity shareholder? Tell me.
20%.
How much is 20% into 20% plus, sir, 150 is debt divided by total. Can I write 150 plus 50? That is total capital, right? Multiplied by how much is the cost of your debt capital? Tell me.
7%.
Right. Now solve these two brackets. Solve these two brackets. Tell me how is it go? How much is it? Without calculator, I can tell you it will come to 10.25% only. Karo, check karo. See whether it is working or not. Tell me. Correct? Makes sense. Just check out once. Are you okay with it? Does it come to 10.25% or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. This is only weighted average cost of capital, WACC ka formula. Have a look. So can I say WACC formula? Have a look. 50 is what? Tell me. Weight of equity or weight of debt? Tell me. Weight of equity or weight of debt? Tell me. 50. Tell me.
Equity, sir.
Equity.
So weight of equity divided by 150 is what? Or I could say weight of equity plus weight of debt. VE divided by VE plus VD. The whole multiplied by. Now see, when I asked PNS how they or how much return they want, right? They said 20% return we want. See, whenever an equity shareholder asks for 20% return, if the company does not give it, will the equity shareholder stay in the company or will they sell their shares and leave the company? Tell me.
Leave the company.
Leave the company. Barabar. So tell me, for a company giving 20% return, that is cost, is it something that is required? Tell me yes or no. So cost of equity or required return by the equity shareholder has to be the same. If that is not the same, your equity shareholder will leave. So VE divided by VE plus VD into KE plus the weight of debt divided by weight of equity plus weight of debt, the whole multiplied by KD. Right? Have a look. WACC is equal to something like this. This is the WACC formula. Did we derive the formula by a calculation? Tell me. Were you easily able to understand? What do you say, Ishan? WACC
Yes,
formula.
sir.
Will you forget it now? Tell
No,
me.
sir.
Right. What do you say, Arati? Tell me. WACC formula. Okay with it?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Makes
Okay.
sense. Now are you
Yeah,
okay? What is WACC? So I required or a company took up 50 lakh loan. Oh, sorry, 50 lakh equity capital, 150 debt capital, correct? 50 and 150, 200. And on an average, it is paying $20.5 million, right? 50 million plus 150 million, and on an average, it is paying 10.5 million dollars, right? So WACC is equal to what? VE divided by VE plus VD into KE plus VD divided by VE plus VD into KD. Obviously, we have not yet counted or considered tax, but is tax a component of this formula? When the time is right, I will tell you how to include tax in this. But this base formula of WACC without tax, we have derived in class. Are you okay with it or are you not okay with it? Tell me. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? Now what happens? See, you start working at the business, right? You start working at the business, your profit and loss account is made every year, correct? You have sales of, let's say, 500 million, correct? 500 million, and you have good profit also, right? Of $100 million. Everything is going on good, correct? Now what happens when this 100 million profit comes up now, right? Your equity shareholders come knocking, right? This profit is after paying debt holders, correct? Right? This is profit after tax. What is this? We will go into all terminologies as well, right? Out of this profit, your equity shareholder come and say, right, that Shreya and Preeti come and say that boss, give us dividend. We are like, okay, we will give you dividend of $20 million. How much? $20 million. Enjoy, right? So now we had attached, we had 4 or 5 or 6 part of the syllabus, if you remember. Have a look at the 6 parts of the syllabus. We had mapped them out. Have a look yesterday's notes, just opening them for reference purpose. What are the 6 parts of the syllabus? I talked about investment appraisal. I talked about working capital management in your balance sheet, current asset and current liabilities that are going to be there. Then there are sources of capital and cost of capital, correct? And dividend policy, right? Then you have your risk management. Now come to this part. Have we talked about cost of capital? Sources of capital, from where equity will come, from where or from which sources capital will come? Thoda equity, thoda debt, a good churning of equity and debt, right? Then cost of capital is nothing but WACC. Then I asked you for a dividend, correct? So dividend policy. What dividend policy will the company follow? When the company pays dividend, at that time the dividend policy is revealed. Now you did this business for 10, 12 years. Very good business. 15 years you did this business, correct? Now someone said, boss, can you do export, right? Whatever the product was yesterday. I don't even remember. कौन सा product था रे? What was the product that we discussed? Tell me. क्या था? Alkaline water. क्या?
Clothing.
Clothing.
हाँ, stainless clothing. बराबर है.
Yes.
Stainless steel के जैसा, correct? Stainless clothing, right? So someone says that why don't you export t-shirts to us, right? You're like, okay, no problem, right? And you say, boss, my t-shirt costs rupees 200 per t-shirt, right? The European guy says, we do not understand anything in rupees. You do what? Tell me. Invoicing in euros. Euros nahi to pound, correct? Both currencies are acceptable in our country. You either do euros or either do pound, correct? Have a look. Makes sense, right? So either do euros, either do pound, right? So euro nahi to pound karo, right? Makes sense. Now, what is this all about? Have a look. So you say that, boss, then that is, are you going to do it in your own currency or is it in some foreign currency? Tell me. Foreign currency. You'll have to either
Foreign.
do invoice in what? Pound, nahi to rupees. In that case, you come knocking on my door. Sir, financial manager, problem. What is the problem? Tell me. What is the problem? Sir, all this problem about what? Tell me. Rupees 200 per t-shirt not allowed. We have to what?
Foreign
Basically
exchange rate.
invoice in foreign currency. So forex risk will arise. What will arise? Forex risk. Correct? Forex risk will arise. This is what forex risk is all about, right? Any problem with this? Tell me. Forex risk, right? Then forex risk का बात हो गया. We talked about forex risk. Then what happens? No, you are doing so much business, so much business. You have one factory. I think we talked about factory in Pune, correct? Now the requirement is so much that in the next 1 year you have to open up a new factory. Let's say you open up a new factory in Bangalore, correct? Next year, right? Now you know that from today, after 1 year or after 8-9 months, you are going to open up a factory in Bangalore, and for that you will require $50 million worth of investment. What do you require? $50 million worth of investment. $50 million investment. Dangerous, correct or not? Today only you know, after 9 months you require money. Now what happens? You came and told me, sir, oh, Bangalore factory we are going to open now. So after 9 months we will require $50 million, right? So sir, there won't be any problem, no? I tell you simply, right now, right? And I ask you, how are you going to raise the 50 million? You say, sir, we'll take a bank loan. Okay. So is there a chance that today your borrowing rate is 7% per annum? Today, what is your borrowing rate? 7% per annum. If you wait 9 months and do nothing, can this rate go to 9% per annum? Expected rate? Can it happen or can it not happen? Tell me. If you wait 9 months, you know today 50 million after 9 months you require. You wait 9 months, what happens? The rate goes to 9% per annum. Can it happen or can it not happen? Tell me. What do you say, Ishan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right? So I tell you, wait, we'll go to bank. Right? We go to bank and talk to the bank. That boss, all these things, what? Tell me. 7% per annum to 9% per annum. Right? It goes from 7% per annum. We think that if we wait 9 months, it will go to 9% per annum. So bank is like, no problem. We will help you what? Manage this risk. That is nothing but your interest rate risk. You want money after 6 months, 9 months, you know it today, right? There is chance of rate going up or going down. So we will give you an interest rate forward agreement. There is an interest rate FRA that is there. Forward rate agreement, right? How is it? Have a look. Make sense? Tell me. Forward rate agreement, right? That is your interest rate risk management. Generally we'll talk about this only, that you need money or you are going to what, invest money after 6 months, something of that sort, and there is a interest rate risk which needs to be managed. Done. Your Pune, Bangalore, all factory done. Very good business, correct? And after 9 months or more, 5-10 years, right, you are like, now Shreya and Preeti are what, sir, now retirement, correct? We want to what, sell our business, correct? See, Shreya had a smile when I said retirement. है कि नहीं? अभी तक career has not yet started, correct? And she is having a smile for retirement, right? हमको पूछो, we are struggling in our career, है कि नहीं? Tell me. So whatever, right? So tell me. So forward rate agreement that is there. 5-7 years down the line, correct? What is happening? Tell me. Your business valuation will start, correct? So you want to sell your business. So how can you sell your business? For selling the business, tell me, do you have to find the value of the business? Without finding value, can you sell the business? Not at all, right? So what will happen? You will have to find the value of your business. That is nothing but your business valuation chapter which comes in. So this is the story, or this is where every chapter has a role or every part has a role. Have a look. Does it make sense or does it not make sense? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Anyone who has doubt here or not understood this or having problems interpreting this, tell me. Can I go ahead? Tell me. If you are okay with this, then we can go ahead. Tell me whether you are okay or not okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So can we go ahead? Aja. Now, let us do some basic parts. Okay. Right. Now, something like this, see whether it is okay. Sales. You must have done this in a lot of places. Minus variable cost of 30 gives you what? Sales minus variable cost means what? Tell me.
Contribution.
Contribution. Anyone who does not know this, what is variable cost, what is contribution? Now is the right time to ask. Anyone? Everyone okay with sales? Variable cost is nothing. But let's say I am what? Selling this bottle. How much is the actual cost of making this bottle, right? Is your variable cost, right? Now, if I make this in a factory, right? There will be factory rent that will be applied, correct? That is nothing but the fixed cost. Variable cost is what? Steel sheet required to make this bottle. Plastic required to what? Tell me. Have a look at that stuff, right? Sales minus variable cost gives you contribution. Contribution minus fixed cost, right? Is what? Let's say 30 is the fixed cost. 40 is your, this is called as operating profit. This is called as what? Tell me. Operating profit, or it is called as PBIT, right? In fixed cost, right? There are fixed cost and depreciation both. Fixed cost and depreciation both. Fixed cost as in your rent for the factory and all that stuff. Depreciation for machine is also included here, right? So 40 is your operating profit, or also called as PBIT. What is it called? Profit before interest and tax. PBIT is 40. Sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost gives you operating profit, or PBIT. Anyone who does not know what is PBIT or operating profit? Operating is nothing but whatever. Now see, I understand. Thoda sa ek view in this is very important, right? Focus here on the screen. Sales minus variable cost gives you contribution, correct? That is making this bottle and selling. Let's say 10 rupees or 100 rupees is the selling price. 30 rupees may you make this bottle, correct? Or $30 may you make this bottle, correct? 70 rupees is something that is remaining in your pocket for paying the fixed cost. So let's say the fixed cost is $30 million. Million dollars consider, correct? This is what? Dollar millions, right? Then you have an operating profit or PBIT of 40, right? That is what? From your working of your business. Now what happens? Your business is taken care of. Now you took certain loans, correct? So interest is deducted from this. Interest is the first expense. Let's say interest is 10. 30 is remaining. 30 is what? PBT. Profit before tax, right? PBT 30, correct? Have a look. Profit before tax. This is called as PBT. So all the business is done. Now you took money from someone to run the business. That is debt. You are paying interest to them, right? Then you pay tax from this. You have to write this. Huh? Tax at 30%, let's say, on this. So how much will be tax on 30% on the PBT? Tell me. PBT ka 30%. Tell me how much is it? 9, I think. Have a look.
Yes, sir.
So how much is the PAT or profit after tax? Tell me. 21, right? Now I have paid the debt holders. I have paid the government. Whatever is left, whose money is it? Tell me. Whose money remaining? 21 is remaining for whom?
Shareholder.
Shareholder. There are two types of shareholders. What are the two types of shareholders? Tell me.
Equity and
Bharat?
preference.
Yes, right. First dividend, will it be paid to equity shareholder or preference shareholder? Tell me.
Preference.
Preference. In the name only it is given preference shareholder minus preference shareholder dividend, correct? Or preference dividend, preference share dividend. Let's say preference share dividend is somewhere around 6. Then 15 is what? Now see, yeah, understand. It is my business, right? After paying everyone, sir, paying for business, paying for debt, paying for taxation, paying to all the preference shareholder, whatever is left is attributable to whom? Tell me. This 15 is attributable to whom? 15.
Company.
It is attributable to whom? Priya, what did you say?
Company.
कौन?
Clothing company.
Company as in the owners of the company. Who are owners
Ah.
of the company? Equity shareholders, correct? So it is 15 is called what? EAESH. What is it called? EAESH. What is it? Earnings attributable to equity shareholders. EAESH. Earnings attributable to equity shareholders. Right? From this, you pay equity dividend. Right? From this, you paid equity dividend. Let's say you paid a equity dividend of 10. Then what is this 5 that is remaining? Tell me. EAESH. From the EAESH equity dividend, payout of equity dividend is done. What is remaining? Can anyone tell me? Arati, what do you say? What is remaining?
So retained earning.
Retained earnings. What do you say, Arati? Okay with
Return
what?
earnings, sir.
You know this or no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Retained earnings. This is
Yeah,
a
I
basic
know.
format of a P&L. Write this, but because I'm going to use this example minimum 50-60 times in your whole class. So I would recommend you to what? Write this for sure. Sales minus variable cost, contribution minus fixed cost, operating profit, PBIT, PBIT minus interest, PBT, minus tax, PAT, minus preference shares of 6 gives you dividend, or gives you what? Preference share dividend gives you EAESH. EAESH minus equity dividend gives you retained earnings. Without this, it's very difficult to understand FM as a subject. Are you okay with this? Any problem?
Okay, sir.
Can I go ahead then? Prachi, what do you say? Prachi is there in class? Understood or no?
सर
Is she there?
ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट एंड पीवीआईटी सेम ही होता है ना?
हाँ, operating profit and PBIT will be same only, right?
Okay.
Correct. Chal, are you okay with it? Done. Now can we start? First topic. What was the first topic? Have a look. FM functions, right? This is the basic part that you need to know, right? That is there. So we can go ahead, write down heading FM functions. Definition of FM. Three decisions of a financial manager. Objectives of FM. Objectives of FM. Then write down managerial remuneration. Managerial remuneration. Plus you could write ESOPs. Then somewhere here write types of stakeholders. Types of stakeholders. Here you write agency theory. Correct. Okay, have a look. Agency theory. Agency theory. Correct. Managerial remuneration plus ESOPs. Types of stakeholders. Right. Objective FM. Agency theory हो गया. Then here you can write ESOPs हो गया, agency theory हो गया, managerial remuneration, then stakeholders भी हो गया ना, type of stakeholder plus write down stakeholder conflict. Right, stakeholder conflict. Then here you can write corporate governance. And last but not the least is VFM concept for not for profit. Right, VFM, value for money concept for not for profit organizations. What is definition of FM? Just a second. Sure. So, are you okay? Tell me. Write down first definition of FM. VFM is value for money. VFM is what? Value for money. VFM is what? Value for money. VFM is value for money concept that is there. Write down first definition of FM. Three parts of the definition of FM. What are the three parts? Have a look. Write down efficient. One more thing before I forget. Here somewhere can you add something called as TSR, total shareholder return. One formula that has been here. Total shareholder return. Okay. TSR, total shareholder return. TSR, total shareholder return. Definition of FM. Efficient acquisition of financial resources and efficient acquisition of financial resources, efficient allocation of financial resources. Right? Together, right? To help achieve the objectives of a company. Now, thodi der pens down. Hear me out. Yesterday's story I am reiterating, correct? Yesterday's story I am reiterating, correct? Hear me out. Now, first, what did you do there? Tell me. Sir, from we have 50 lakh rupees, right? Okay. And now see, when you went to our $50 million, sir, right? When you went to the bank to take this $150 million, would you just go to the first available bank and decide that you want to take loan from this bank, or would you look out for 2-3 options? Tell me.
Options.
You would
Yes.
look out for 2-3 options, correct?
Yes.
Out of that, you must have got the best option of 7% per annum, correct or not? Tell me yes or no.
Yes,
Makes
sir.
sense,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Now, when I say efficient acquisition of financial resources, you yourself put in 50 lakhs and bought 150 lakhs from the market, right? You would have efficiently checked for 10 different banks to get the loan. You would have checked for people who are investing in your company to have the what? Efficient way. Now, someone says, I want 50% return. Is it possible to give 15% return? Tell me. 50% return. Tell me. Not possible. Is it efficient way of acquiring funds? No. Someone wants 50% return, not a very good option, correct? So it may not be an efficient acquisition of financial resources, correct? Getting the best possible or getting the funds from best possible sources, right? Efficient allocation of financial resources plus what? Allocation, right? So acquisition and allocation, right? Allocation means what? Tell me. You are allocating the financial resources. Means what? You decided that boss, have a look, huh? Something here you did. Sir, you got this 200 million or whatever, 200 lakhs, correct? Million dollars, right? Sir, see, out of this 125 million we are going to invest in plant and machinery, and 75 million, sir, in current assets and current liabilities, that is nothing but working capital of the company. 75 million we are going to invest where? In the working capital, sir. Plant and machinery, and then working capital, sir. We are going to do what? Tell me. Investment there only. Makes sense or does not make sense? Tell me. Efficient acquisition, 50 and 150, getting the money from the best sources. Now, when you're investing, when you go to look at plant and machinery, correct? Will you take the first plant and machinery that is available, or will you go for 10 different places and ask for prices and ask for what? Tell me. Efficiency of the machine.
Yes,
Or
sir,
first
definitely.
only? Tell me. You will go to 10 places. When you are going for raw material, right? Current asset and current liability, when you are making inventory, you are buying raw material. Would you go to the first available supplier and buy all your goods? No.
No,
You
no.
would take what? Tell me. Quotation from 10 people for machine as well as raw material. You would take get the best labor department that is there, right? Best labor sources or best labor, efficient and best labor from the market, correct? So when you are allocating the financial resources, you have to do efficient allocation of financial resources. If you do both these things, right, the objective of a company will be fulfilled, right? Now, what is the objective of a company, or financial objective of a company, or an objective of a company? Now tell me, any company that is in this world, correct? You start any company. Do you start a company just for the sake of it, or do you start the company for earning profits? Tell me.
earning profits.
Earning profits. You start the company for what? Earning profits. Multiplying your, if you have invested something, 10 rupees you have invested, you want 20 rupees out of it. Correct? Good returns out of it. Correct or not? Right?
Yes, sir.
When it comes to FM. Correct? Now let's understand what is the objective of a company. Right? Or objectives of FM. Right? Fulfill the objective, which helps what? Achieve the objectives. So now let's go to the objectives. Write down objectives of a company or FM, whatever you want to say, financial management, right? There are two types of objectives. One is primary objective and one is secondary objective. Right? Have a look. Now for a finance or FM, the objective is very simple. Whenever I say FM, no, the one thing that shouldn't tell me, sir, we understand only one thing in financial management. What is it? Sir, I have invested $10. How much will I get back? Correct? That means as a financial manager or as a financial management as a subject has only one objective, and the most primary objective is the equity shareholders are going to invest money into your business. Correct? They invest $10. Are they getting $12 back or $15 back or $20 back? That means if they are investing some wealth or some money in your business, are you able to maximize the wealth of the shareholder? Simple basic funda of finance is what? Everything, keeping everything aside. Okay. The only basic thing in finance is what? You investing $10 and getting back $15. There is no other thing, right, that can define FM so perfectly. Correct? You can do as much. See, even when you give debt finance, see, I used to work in finance. Okay. The bank that I used to work used to think that, see, Baba, we are getting loan at 6%, we are giving loan at 9%, right? So 3% we are getting extra. And whatever, whoever is invested into the bank, right, will get certain returns. Me also, when I was in the company, I invested certain money in my finance company. And I thought that, Baba, I have invested $10, I should get 15 out of it. How to do all that? Right? That is the basic objective of financing. Correct? So primary objective, wherever it is what? Shareholder wealth maximization. Shareholders wealth maximization. Correct? Primary objective, shareholders wealth maximization. That means, sir, you were saying 2 minutes ago, profit is basic objective. Again, sir, you are saying shareholder wealth maximization. Primary objective is shareholder wealth maximization. Secondary objective is always profit maximization. Now see, there is always what? Tell me. Do both these things go hand in hand? Take example. Correct? Right? Just imagine one company is there. Their director are talking to you. They are in the what? You are in the general meeting. The director says, we think next year, right? This year we had $10 million profit. Next year we will have $20 million profit. Correct? As a shareholder, you are sitting in the meeting as a shareholder. Would you be happy or would you not be happy? First, tell me that. 10 million,
Yes,
next
sir.
to 20 million is saying double profit he'll do. Correct? Will you be very happy? Are, see, I have given money to the correct people. Correct or not? Tell me. Now, this is what? A double-edged sword. Why I'm telling you this is because, hear me out, how this works out. Someone saying, boss, 100 crores, correct? Oh, sorry, 10 million. No? What did I give example? 10 million. $10 million profit this year. Next year, $20 million profit will be, is expected. But what happens next year? Okay, hear me out. The company does only $16 million profit. Hear me out. When this announcement happened, the share price of the company was, let's say, $100. Correct? Now, next year, when the news comes out that boss, the expected profit was 20 million, but you only could do $16 million. You only could do how many dollars? $16 million only. Will this share price go up or go down? Think about it. What do you think? Will the share price go up or go down? Tell me. Up, should go up. But these shareholders, these are very notorious people. What they will say? You had promised how much profit? 20 million. How much has come out? 16 million. That means, is there a problem with the company? Yes. Will the share price go up? No. $90 million. So if you ask me, if I have to pass a statement, right? If I say that profit is maximized, that means shareholders' wealth will surely maximize. Is it true or is it false? Theory type question. Tell me. Is there profit maximization here? Tell me. What do you say? Is there profit maximization or no profit maximization? Tell me. Profit maximization is there. क्या बोलता है ईशान? Tell me.
Yes, sir. Profit
But is
maximization.
the shareholders' wealth maximizing? Tell me.
No, sir.
What do you say, Arati? Is the example clear to you? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
So 10 to 16 million profit is going, Baba, but $100 ka share price is going to 90 million. Or what, $90, correct? Why? Because you said expected is 20, but you could not achieve that. That means the shareholder will pursue it as a wrong decision. Are but 10 to no, you said 20, you got only 16 marks. Sounds like our parents, correct? 100 out of 100, correct? Are but I got 96, 100 out of 100. Correct hai ki nahi? Tell me. Everywhere or some or the other where in your life you must have faced it. Tell me really, how good were you in studies in your school time? Tell me. ऐसा very brilliant ऐसा type student क्या? 90, 100? Tell me. ऐसा? What do you say, Aarti? 100 out of 100? School life?
Good, sir. In school life, it was good. Come back.
Good or bad?
Good.
90 plus, no?
Yeah.
Let's see. What about Preeti? Tell me, Preeti.
88, 89 something.
88, 89. What about Ishan? 10th score?
Sir, 87.
87. And what about Shreya?
89.
89. देखो, I was not that, what? Tell me, smart in school and all that, right? So somewhere 70, 80, okay. Just getting there, okay. So something for me to learn was what? Those 10th marks, right? I asked you, no one asks you, okay. So does not make a lot of difference, right? Still I am here. So you can be anywhere, right? The biggest point is I understand over time that people have problem understanding what marks will not decide your future. You pass, how well you are with people, right? That is going to decide what will happen. बराबर है. So profit maximization is one of the objective, correct? So we'll write a note afterwards, ठीक है? Then profit maximization हो गया, right? Then you have what? Growth, right? Growth in business, or growth in sales. Then there is growth in geographical locations. Growth in sales means what? Last year, sir, we had 1 crore sales. Now we have 2 crore sales. Profit ऊपर जाए ना जाए, profit may go up or may not go up, correct? But growth in sales, right? Growth in terms of sales or business. Then growth in geographical location. Now geographical location means what? Sir, we were only first in 2 states. Now we are in 4 states. Growth in geographical locations. Dangerous. Correct? Have a look. 4th. Market share growth. Market share growth. Abhi, what is market share growth? Can anyone tell me? Why is this an objective? Think about it. What do you say, Ishan? Market share मतलब क्या? Tell me.
सर मतलब हमें भी हमारे जो कॉम्पिटिटर्स हैं उनके कंपैरिजन में हमारा कितना होल्ड है मार्केट में बेसिकली.
Correct. You are almost there, right? I'll give best example, right? Jio, when it came into the market, right? Did it have any market at the start at all? But it
No.
launched with what? Free internet. Free internet. What happened all over the what? Tell me. Internet. Or all over the India. What happened? Everyone started what? Using Jio. Correct? Right from zero market share, it went to 50% market share with free features. Correct or not? Tell me. Makes sense. Market share growth. Right? Market share growth. But does this surely say that you will have financial profits? Think about it. Market share went or market share is very high, but does it say that it will give you XYZ amount of profit? Tell me. No. Jio came into the market, right? Gave 3 months free internet pack. 3 months or what? 1 year था ना पहले Jio का? For 1 year, 250 rupees for 1 year, right? Calling on what internet free, right? Did it
Yes,
earn
sir.
profits? Tell me. Did it earn or do anything with any amounts were increased because of that? It increased the market share, correct? It went from maybe 0% to 50%, right? At one time, everyone was having 2 SIM cards. One of what? Any other provider, which is their basic number, and one is of Jio. Correct or not? Tell me. Market
Yes,
share
sir.
was right, but profit are on that. So tell me, is it a financial objective or a non-financial objective? Thoda sa let's talk about this. Shareholder wealth maximization. Listen, if I say that sir $10 ka share is going to $15, what am I saying? $10 share going to $15 means, is it financial? Means what? Can you measure it? Yes. So that is a financial objective. So shareholder wealth maximization, can you measure it? Tell me. Measure कर सकते हैं? Can you easily measure it? Yes. How can you measure it? Have a look. So if I have to, so here, have a look. This is a financial objective. What is it? FO means what? Financial objective. Correct? Profit maximization. Sir, your profit was 1 crore or 1 million. It went to 2 million. Correct? Can you measure it? Yes. So is it a financial objective or a non-financial objective? Tell me.
Financial.
Financial objective. Increase in sales. Correct? Sir, first it was 1 million, now it is 2 million. Can you measure it? Tell me. Yes. Is it financial or non-financial? Tell me.
Financial.
Sir, geographical location. Correct. Sir, first we were in 2 states, now we are in 4 states. Anything which reflects that you grew as an organization or shareholder ka wealth increased or something of that sort, or only numbers increased? Tell me. Financial or non-financial? Because of it, did your sale increase? Did your profit increase? Did your shareholders wealth increase? Tell me. Just by saying, sir, now from tomorrow we are in Karnataka also, we are in Maharashtra, now in Karnataka, will the shareholder or share price go up straight away? Tell me. Or does it have any impact on financial data? No, it cannot be measured. Non-financial objective. Market share growth, financial or non-financial? What do you think? Tell me. क्या बोलती जनता? Financial or non-financial? Tell me. Market share growth. Sir, first I had only 20% market share. Now I have 40% market share. When you went into the retail, you found out everything is given for free. So the market share goes from 20% to 40%. Correct or not? Tell me. What do you say?
Non-financial.
Financial or non-financial? Non-financial.
Non-financial.
It does not ever help you. Last, fifth point. Social responsibility. Social responsibility, what? Tell me. Can you be like, sir, to fulfill shareholder wealth maximization, we will do anything, even if it is against law and against what? Tell me. Society as a whole, correct? Can you do that? No. So, at the end, just while you are leaving, the financial objective said, Baba, society ko bhulna mat. Don't forget the society as a whole. Have social responsibility. Now tell me, social responsibility, non-financial objective or financial objective? Tell me.
Non-financial.
Non-financial. Last but not the least, sixth point, customer satisfaction. Tell me, financial or non-financial? Tell me.
Financial.
Financial or non-financial? Can you measure customer satisfaction? Tell me.
No.
No.
No, right? So, non-financial objective, correct? Have a look, makes sense. So, there are questions that are asked. So, write down note below. See, logically, don't you think profit maximization should also have been primary objective? सोचो जरा.
Yes, sir.
But why profit maximization is not a primary objective? Think about it. Think about it. Why profit maximization is not what? Tell me. Think about it. Primary objective क्यों नहीं है? I have given you example already. Here, have a look. Was there profit maximization here? Tell me. Have a look.
Yes.
Was there profit
Yes, sir.
maximization here? But did your shareholders wealth maximize?
No.
No.
No, sir.
You
No, sir.
can. Your basic or primary objective, even if you earn profits, are there chances that shareholders wealth will not maximize? Tell me.
Yes.
Right? So write down in a note below. Write down in a note below. Profit maximization may not always lead to profit maximization may not always lead to shareholders wealth maximization. Profit maximization may not always lead to shareholders wealth maximization. Note, profit maximization may not lead to always shareholder. I am not saying that it will not only. I am saying not always means what? Sometimes it may and sometimes it may not. Profit maximization may not always what? Lead to shareholder wealth maximization. ठीक है? With this, the what? Tell me. Definition of FM and objectives of FM is done. Correct? Chalo, let's go ahead. Let's do 3 decisions of a financial manager. After that, I'll give you a break. ठीक है? Write down. Three decisions of a finance manager. Three decisions. One is financing decision. One is investment decision. Last is dividend decision. Okay with it? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
So what is financing, investment and dividend decision? Correct. Now see, again going back to the example that I had given you, right? Here. Come to this example, right? The first decision that you took, right, was, sir, 50 million I have in my pocket, right? I need 200 million for my project, correct? So I require 50 million of equity already I have, right? And second was what? 150 million debt I require, correct? Does it make sense or does it not make sense at all? Tell me. Makes sense.
Yes.
Now, hear me out, okay? So 50 plus 150. That means from where are you going to get your capital or from where you are going to get your finance, correct or not? Will it be from equity? Will it be from debt? Now I would say, sir, 50 million though we have, no sir, right? Let's get 50 million more from two of our friends, right? And make them what? Owners in the company. Sir, more equity. Out of the 200, 50 from us, 50 from our friend and 100 from what? Debt. Correct or not? Make sense? Tell me yes or no. Okay, right? So first decision for a financial manager, you said, sir, 200 million required. I ask you how much money you have to 50 million. No tension. We'll get 150 million from debt. Correct or not? So first decision is your financing decision. Correct. From where will you get your money? Right. So write down, from where will you get your money? Right. That is money, or you could say financial resources. Equity or debt. Then also, sir, do you require the money for short term or long term? Short term or long term? What kind of finance do you want? Correct. Then coming to investment decision. What is investment decision? Sir, now got $200 million. How much to invest in non-current asset? How much to invest in current asset? Right? Whether to invest in Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad. Correct or not? Tell me. What to do? From where will you get your money? Correct? That is done. Where will you invest the money that you have got? So, where will you invest the money? Did we decide, sir, 125 million non-current asset, 75 million working capital, correct? Where will you invest the money? That is the second decision. As a finance manager, you asked me, sir, we did this, now tell us how much to invest in non-current asset, correct? Money or financial resources. Correct? Either in non-current asset or working capital, right? Short-term or long-term assets. Last but not the least, dividend decision. Dividend decision. Last but not the least, dividend decision. Now, you did all the business. Do you remember? I told you some 100 million or 200 million profit. Have a look. Out of this, how much dividend you are going to pay? I told that boss 80 million I require for what? Now see, whatever you have here as what retained earnings. Will this retained earnings, honestly tell me, will this retained earnings be used for what? Tell me. For reinvestment into the business so that you can start new projects, correct or not? So the finance manager has to see, sir, I've got ESH, right? Out of that, how much dividend to pay? If I have $100, I want $80 for the next project. So $20 dividend I can pay, right? That is how it is. So what? Tell me. Third decision is what? Dividend decision. Correct. So dividend decision is what? Tell me. How much? How much dividend is to be paid? What will be dividend payout ratio? How much is to be retained in company? How much is to be retained in company? Question mark. Dividend decision. Makes sense? Have a look. Three decisions from a financial manager. See, these theory topics no must be sounding a bit boring for you, but these are fundamentals. This is there in AFM as well. I am not lying. AFM may also I do three decisions of a manager. So don't overlook these topics at all, right? At FM level, even one MCQ comes from the first chapter, right? It's worth the studying because it's two lesser marks for too many things, right? But if you get a 2 marker, it will be a very easy 2 marker if you have done all the topics in details, correct? That is how it is. Next heading, write down. Now let's do a bit of practical part, right? Let's do total shareholder return. TSR. TSR, total shareholder return. एक काम करो, take a break. It's almost 7:45. Take a break. 15-20 minutes. Come back. Okay. 20 minutes में come back. But come back in 20 minutes. Okay. Come back at around 8:05. We'll continue then.
ഇന്ന് പോയിട്ട് മൂഞ്ചി നാലഞ്ചൻ പിള്ളേര് സ്കൂളിലേക്കാ പോയത്. ഇന്ന് കയറിയപ്പോ എന്നെ അജിത്ത് കൂടെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അജിത്ത് തന്നെ ഒരു പുള്ളച്ചക്കല്ലേ, അവനോ അവൻ ജെയ്സുവിന്റെ ബോർഡ് എടുക്കാൻ പറഞ്ഞു.
Aarti, your mic is on.
സോറി ഗൈസ്.
Chalo, come back, guys. Quickly come back.
Yes, sir.
Can we start? Everyone back?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. So TSR. Now see, for understanding TSR formula, correct? Total shareholder return formula we will derive in class. No writing formulas and then trying to mug them up. Write down example. What happened? Example. Right. Mr. A bought a share on 104.23 for, or write better, bought 100 shares for $15 per share. For $15 per share. Full stop. He received dividend of $2 per share. He received dividend of $2 per share during the year. Full stop. On 31st March 24. On 31st March 24, the share price is $18 per share. Calculate the return on the shares. आराम से, don't do too much गड़बड़. Okay. Now see, as a shareholder, think from only shareholder point of view. Correct? What did you get throughout the year? Tell me. Throughout the year, what did you get? During the year, what did you get in your pocket? Tell me. What
Dividend.
did you get? Dividend. So write down dividend received is equal to how much? $2 per share. Did you get any capital appreciation on the shares? Tell me. Did you get any capital appreciation on the shares? Have a look. $15 share now is at $18. Correct? So is there a capital appreciation on the shares? Tell me. Or chargeable gains or capital appreciation. What is the chargeable gain or capital appreciation on shares? CG on shares. And how much it is? Tell me. How much is it? Bolo, bolo. Yes, Preeti, tell me.
$3.
$3. How did you get $3? $18 minus $15 is equal to what? $3 per share, right? Therefore, total return on the shares is how much? Tell me. Is equal to how much? Tell me. Total return is how much? This $2 that you received plus $3 CG. So how much is the total return on shares?
$5.
$5 per share.
Hmm.
Correct. And how much did you buy the share for? Or at the beginning of the year, how much was the share valued at?
$15.
$15, correct. Therefore, if I ask you how much is the return percentage on shares, how will you find out? Tell me. How much total return did you get on the shares? Tell me. Arati, what? $5. And how much did you invest in the shares? Tell me. How much did you invest in the shares? Bolo, bolo. How much did you invest per share?
50.
$15 per share. Arti, what do you say? Ishan? Tell me, tell me.
Explain once more.
See, simple. You bought a share for $15 per share, correct? During the year, you received $2 per share, right? And at the end, the share price came to $18, correct? So $3 CG gain and $2 worth of dividend received. So how much is the total return? Tell me. $5. And how much did you invest in the shares? Tell me. Per share, how much did you invest? Tell me. Per share, how much did you invest? Investment per share. Dollars per share. Investment. How much is it? Tell me. What do you say, Arti? Understood?
No, sir.
See, I invested $15 into a share, correct? That is okay. Per share, $15 I invested. I got $2 return in the form of dividend, right? And at the end, $15 share price went to $18. So how much appreciation, capital appreciation did you get on the shares? Tell me.
3.
$3.
$3. So $2 I got in the form of dividend, $3 in the form of capital appreciation. So $5 I get, right?
Yes, sir.
And how much did I invest? Tell me. Per share, how much did I invest?
50.
15.
15. So $5 I got, $15 investment. How much is the return? Tell me.
33.
33.33%.
33.33%. 33.33%. What do you say, Arti? Okay. Tell
Okay,
me.
sir.
Right. So this is nothing but TSR. This is what? TSR. Correct. TSR. So what is the total shareholder return formula? Arams. You can write what? This is what? $2, correct? Plus. Can you write this $3, right? This $3 as $18 minus $15. Tell me. Will it be okay if you write $18 minus $15? Tell me. Or will
Yes,
it be
sir.
wrong? Tell me. The whole divided by how much? $15. So can I write total dividend? $2 is what? Total dividend. Now when we go into total dividend, no, both dividend are included. There are two types of dividend. I hope you know. What are the two types of dividend? One is final dividend and one is interim dividend. One is what? Final and one is interim. What is final? Can anyone tell me what is final dividend? Tell me.
At the end of the year.
At the end of the year. And interim is what? Tell me.
Between
Between
the
6 months.
So logically, see, it is what simple definition, right? Your final dividend, hear me out. Your final dividend is paid at the general meeting, annual general meeting of a company, where all equity shareholders and everyone is called. If any dividend is paid between two annual general meetings, that is during the year, it is called as interim dividend, correct? So I'll take that part also, but write down total dividend means what? Final plus interim dividend. Any dividend paid during the year, both will be included, final plus interim. Plus, now it is the important part. Okay. Now hear me out. What I am writing? Share price at end of year. $18 is what? Can anyone tell me? $18 is share price at the end or share price at the beginning? Tell me.
And
end
End of year.
End, sir.
Minus share price at what? $15 is what? Tell me.
beginning.
Share price at beginning of the year. The whole divided by What? Tell me. What is $15? Share price at the beginning or share price at the end? Tell me. Share price at what, Arati? Tell me.
Beginning, sir.
Beginning of the year. Correct. This will be in one bracket. This bracket is very important. If you miss this bracket, the whole question will go wrong. TSR, total shareholder return. Total shareholder return. Correct. Now let me do one more example. Come on, let's do one more example. Have a look. Example. Mr. A has invested in a share which has value of $105, which has value of $105. Full stop. He received interim dividend of $2. He received interim dividend of $2 and final dividend of $1. Share price at end of 1 year from investment is equal to $106.5. Calculate TSR. Now, without the help of the formula, chalo, we'll derive every part of the formula. First, tell me what is total dividend. Write down, I'll give you time to write. Then tell me how much is total dividend. Arti, tell me how much is total dividend. How much is total dividend? Tell me.
Please, sir.
$3, correct? How much is the chargeable gain or capital appreciation on shares? Tell me. Chargeable gains or capital appreciation. What is chargeable gain or capital appreciation? Can you tell me? Anyone?
The gain on investment.
Gain on investment. How much did you gain on that investment? Tell me.
1.5.
How did you find that? 106.5
106.
minus 105. That is $1.5. And what is the share price at beginning?
105.
105. Aarti, are you understanding this or is there any lag? Tell me.
No,
On
sir.
understanding this
Understand.
part, tell me. This is okay.
It's okay.
So TSR, what is the TSR? Tell me. $3 plus $1.5, right? The whole divided by how much? 105. How much is it? Tell me.
$2.2%.
2.2%.
No, sir, 4.2.
4.28.
Okay,
4.28, sir.
4.28%. Okay. Now can we go a bit higher? थोड़ा सा advanced level sums can we go?
Yes,
Tell me.
sir.
आ जाओ. Write down next example. हाँ, box the formula of TSR ऊपर. Box it. So that whenever you want to revise, right? Mr. A had purchased a share whose today's value $117. Full stop. Dividend final dividend is $2. Interim dividend is $4. This is per share, huh? Per share, per share, per share. Correct. TSR is equal to 11%. Is equal to 11%. Calculate share price 1 year ago of the shares. Will you be able to do this? See, share price today is 117. Are they asking you share price after 1 year, or are they asking you share price 1 year before? Tell
1
me.
year before.
So will that
Before.
be share price at the beginning, or will that be share price at the end? Tell me.
Beginning.
Beginning. What do you say, Arati? Tell me.
Beginning, sir.
Beginning. Chalo, then do the calculation. How will you do the calculation? TSR is given to you. TSR is given to you. How much is TSR? Tell me. Or
11%.
rather, when you
11
say formula,
percentage.
final dividend, right? Final dividend plus share price at end minus share price at beginning. The whole divided by share price at beginning. First decide what you want to find. TSR is given 0.11 or 11%. Correct? Tell me. Do you need my help, or will you be able to manage? Tell me.
We will do, sir.
Chalo, do it then. Hello, Ishan. Give me the answer. How much is share price at the beginning, beta?
Sir, 110.8.
110.8. Everyone is getting 110.8. Arti, come on. बोलो बोलो. So final dividend कितना है? Tell me. how much is final? Final total dividend I should have written, no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Here
sir.
I should have written total dividend. Total dividend. ठीक है. How much is total dividend then? Tell me.
$6.
$6 plus. Tell me what is to be done. Share price at the end is how much? 117 or
Hmm.
not given in the
117.
117 minus what should I do? Share price at the
X.
beginning, is it given? Tell me.
No, sir.
X, the whole divided by X. So your X will go here. So 0.11X is equal to what? 6 plus 117 minus X. How will you solve it? Tell me. Open this bracket up. 0.11X is equal to 6 plus 117 minus X. Take the X here. Correct. Therefore, it will become what? Minus X will become plus there. Correct or not? Tell me. So
Yes,
it will become what? 1.11X is equal to 6 plus 117. So 6 plus 117 would be how much? Tell me. 123, no?
Hmm.
Therefore, X is equal to what? 123 divided by 1.11. Tell me how much is that? बराबर है ना रे? Tell me.
110.8.
110.8, sir.
Are you getting the answer? Are you understanding it? Answer to छोड़ो. Calculation is okay, but are you understanding the answer? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Make sense or no? Therefore, share price 1 year ago is equal to how much? $110.8. What do you say, Preeti? Okay. Can I go ahead? One last question, then we'll go ahead. ठीक है? Write down example. Example. Write down. Share price at end. Or write down share price at beginning. Beginning is equal to $517, comma, total dividend is equal to $35. TSR is equal to 6.2%. Calculate share price at end, comma, calculate CG on shares. This is beginning of year, huh? End of year. Both you have to find share price at the end and CG on shares.
सर वो 6.2 है या 62 है?
6.2% है बेटा. Yes.
Okay.
6.2. So Therefore, TSR is equal to total dividend. I'll reiterate the formula for you. Plus share price at end minus share price at beginning. This is nothing but CG on shares, if asked at times, divided by share price at beginning. Correct. Therefore, TSR 17 6.2, that is 0.062 is equal to total dividend is how much? Tell me.
$35.
It's $35 right, per share. Everything is per share, Baba, right? Plus x minus how much, right?
517.
517. The whole divided by 517. कितना था ईशान? Tell me.
Sir, the final answer. So 514.
514. CG is how much on shares? Is it in positive or is it in negative? Tell me. Positive या
Positive.
negative? Positive है. Share price at end कितना है? Tell me.
Sir, end में 517.
517 है या 514 है? Tell me. देखो देखो. Share price at end. Were you finding share price at the end or were you finding? See, today I bought it for 517 and at the end it went to 514. तो CG में profit हुआ या loss हुआ?
Okay.
Tell me.
अच्छा sir, loss.
What do you say, Arati? Tell me.
It's a loss, sir. 3.
It's a loss. Correct. Why loss? But tell me.
So starting it was 517 and the end it was 514. So it's a
So
loss.
514 minus 517, 3 capital loss. Write down. Okay. Can there be capital loss as well? Maybe. Correct. Make sense? Are you okay with all the different type of questions that come up on what? TSR. Are you okay with TSR? Were you okay with the derivation of the formula? See, no formula in the whole syllabus, right? 1 or 2 formulas, leaving 1 or 2 formulas. I derive all other formulas in class. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. All formulas will derive in class. Okay. Can we go ahead? Come back. Can we go to type of stakeholders? What was the next part that we were supposed to do? देखो जरा in the table. We had definition of FM. This. Can we go to type of stakeholders quickly?
Yes sir.
Write down next heading, type of stakeholders. There are 3 types of stakeholders. But better, रुको, ऐसे मत लिखो. Let's understand this by a very good example, right? You'll never forget type of stakeholders at all. Now see, type of stakeholders now, right? You have to understand how type of stakeholders or stakeholders work. Also, we are going to write here a bit about shareholder versus stakeholder, right? Who are shareholders, who are stakeholders? You tell me, are shareholders and stakeholders same or are they different? Tell me.
So different.
They are different.
Why they are different? But
Are owner of the
Stakeholders
company.
include shareholders also.
stakeholders include shareholders. Shareholders include stakeholders. नहीं.
The
What did I say?
shareholders are owner of the company, na?
Owner, shareholders. When stakeholders are what?
So stakeholders
whoever-
like
Customers.
the person have interest on the company, like
Ah,
suppliers, customers.
they have interest in the company, correct?
Yes.
It may be direct or indirect interest. Example, right? I'll give you best possible example. Okay. Now let's say there is company A. Okay. Company A, right? Company A makes 50,000 units of a product every year, correct? 50,000 products. It has somewhere around 200 employees, right? Now next year what happens? The demand for the product falls. Merely falls. Company is in tension because company is having a lot of high cost. So company decides that instead of 50,000, no, now next year, right? What we'll do? This is company A, correct? The decision is what? From 50,000 units, from 50,000 units. Now they're saying, sir, next year we'll only do 20,000 units, correct? Last year tak how much? 50,000. Now how much? 20,000 units. Tension ही tension ना? Tell me yes or no? बराबर है? Makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Now company है 50,000 units, now going to 20,000. Now first thing that the company does, boss, 50,000 units at 20,000 units, will they be able to retain all 200 employees, 10, 11 directors that are there? Will they be able to retain all the employees? Tell me, if
No.
substantial production has gone down. So the first decision that the company makes is to fire 50 employees, correct? And certain directors as well are what? Fired from the organization, right? Whenever company takes a decision, the first impact of the decision falls on the internal stakeholders or people who are completely invested into the business or who have, as Arati said, interest in the business, correct or not? Tell me yes or no. So employees and directors are called as internal stakeholders. So if you ask me, right, have a look. You have here, these are called as employees and directors and managers are called as internal stakeholders. What are they called? Internal stakeholders, correct? These are internal stakeholders. Now, Aram se, we'll do one link at a time. You also draw it like this only. Okay, just a second. Thoda sa we can shift this. Can we shift this? So what we'll do is internal stakeholder, we'll move this outside. But these are what? Internal stakeholders here, correct? Then there is another layer here, correct? The second layer, right? Hear me out. For the second layer, hear me out. Now, up till last year, you had a very good supplier, correct? He used to give raw material for 50,000 units. Now, will you give order for raw material of 50,000 or only 20,000? Tell me.
Only 20,000.
Now, will his business go for a toss? Tell me. Because of your decision, is your supplier impacted? Dangerously, correct? So, supplier is in the second layer. They are called as connected. They don't have, whenever company takes a decision, the first layer or the first most impact is with the internal stakeholders. Second level of impact is with the connected stakeholders. So supplier is called as a connected stakeholder. Most of the your books you will get internal and external, right? So connected are nothing but internal, but the impact is not that as much as the what? Employees and directors, correct? Suppliers, instead of 50,000 units, now only 20,000 units. Customer, till last year your product was seen in every what shop? Now your product is not seen in all the shops. Will the customer be impacted because of this? Who are your loyal customers will be impacted, obviously, correct? Customers. Then tell me, someone had given you loan, your debt holders. Up till last year you are having profit 1 million. Now 20,000 unit only production, only 200,000 profit, right? Will you be able to pay your interest on time? Tell me.
No.
Who will be impacted? Tell me. Debt holders. Correct. Have a look. Employees, directors, and managers. Here the managers also I'll add. Correct. Debt holders, customers, suppliers. Right. Then moving ahead. Up till last year, 50,000 in it, 10 million, 50 million profit. Now only 5 million profit. Right. No dividend to be paid this year. Who is impacted? Tell me. Shareholders. Correct. Shareholders are impacted. Shareholders are also what? Connected stakeholders. Shareholders are stakeholders. All shareholders are stakeholders, but all stakeholders cannot be shareholders. That is one true or false that we will write after this. Right? So shareholder, supplier, customer, debt holder. Anyone else? One person. See, all these people seem to be a bit what? Sad. One person is there who is very happy because you moved from 50,000 unit to 20,000 unit. Who is that person? Who is that person? Tell me.
Competitor.
Competitor. Competitor is the person who is very happy. He is dancing because you have what? Tell me. You moved from 50,000 to 20,000. 30,000 ka market open. Will he try to sell his product more? Yes. Now again coming back. Right. These are called as connected stakeholders. These are called what? Connected stakeholders. इसको क्या लिखेंगे? Second layer is what? Connected stakeholders. Last layer. Last layer is outside layer, right? Outside layer is something like this. Now see, you fired some 200 out of the 200 employees. Did you fire 100 employees? Tell me. They can go to the government and complain, or they can go to the labor commission and complain about you. That boss, this company fired how much? 100 employees without any what? Prior what? Intimation. They fired how many? Tell me. 100 employees. They went to the government tries to pressurize you. Correct? Government tries to pressurize you. Is it internal or is it external? Is it within the organization or connected to organization? No. This layer is called as what? Tell me. Have a look. This layer is called as external stakeholder. What is this called? External stakeholders. Government is there. Chalo. After that, can I go ahead? Tell me. Government. Then what happens? I'll tell you. Because you fired 100 employees, right? The government got to know that there is problem in the legal system and the regulators, right? That is, people who make laws have to be made aware of this, and there should be a law passed that you cannot fire more than 10 employees at one time. Correct? So regulator can change laws which will impact your company. Correct? You did something which led to regulators changing the law. Correct? So regulator is also, or regulators are also what? Tell me. External stakeholders. Regulators. Government, regulators. Then you have next is what? Society at a large. Now see, if you are doing your work, you fired 100 employees, what? Boss, the society at a large, is it going to be at a loss? Because of that 100 people being employed, there will be 100 families which will be what? Moved to what? Tell me. A lot of problematic parts, right? And they may become poor, and there are chances that society at a large may be affected. Correct? Anything else? Do you remember? Yes, Ishan, बोलो.
सर जो गवर्नमेंट है वो कनेक्टेड स्टेक होल्डर में नहीं आ सकती
नहीं.
बिकॉज
Because
सर
हाँ, बोलो.
सर क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट को जैसे जो कंपनी है वो टैक्स पे करती है तो आई
Correct.
थिंक उससे मतलब कंपनी का तो
But
गवर्नमेंट का
एक मिनट.
कनेक्शन हुआ ना.
एक मिनट. अगर कनेक्टेड होता, करेक्ट, तो लॉस के टाइम पे गवर्नमेंट, समझो, लॉस के टाइम पे क्या गवर्नमेंट लॉस का आपको ये भी देता है, क्या कहते हैं, See, if there is a loss, then supplier will also be at a loss, debt holder will also be at a loss, competitor will also be at a loss, shareholder will also be at a loss. But government क्या आपको आके बोलती है कि अरे ऐसा कैसा लॉस किया? Tell me. बट क्या शेयर होल्डर, सप्लायर, कस्टमर, डेट होल्डर, कॉम्पिटिटर, चलो कॉम्पिटिटर तो नहीं, बट ऑल अदर फोर कनेक्टेड स्टेक होल्डर, कैन दे कम इन योर प्रीमाइसेस एंड आस्क यू why there is a loss or why you have started giving lower order? Yes. Can government come and ask you why loss or why profit? No. But generally what happens, see, यहाँ से ना, if you keenly look at it, try to understand it, from here whatever decision is taken, it moves outside. Its impact goes up to internal and connected stakeholders. Correct? Because of this decision or because of some other factors, government decision may affect you as a stakeholder. Government as a stakeholder may not have an impact from your decision, or you may have a, what? Tell me, major change. Now let's say you are a plastic manufacturer and government bans plastic. What happened? Is government a stakeholder in your organization now? Yes. Externally they are a stakeholder and they have attacked you, right? Attacked in the sense they have made laws against your, what? Tell me. Then there is something called as pressure groups. Pressure group means what? You fired these 100 employees, correct? So the pressure groups will come and try to pressurize you to get them, what? In the organization again. Will the pressure groups directly come? No, they are outside the organization. Can they come inside the organization and pressurize you? No, they will remain at the outskirts and try to pressurize you. Correct or not? Type of stakeholders. Best way to remember it: internal, connected, external. Any problem? Tell me.
Sir, if bifurcation is not given on connected stakeholders, it can treat it
So
as
if they have asked only internal and external, then connected is internal stakeholder. If only two types of stakeholders are asked. Correct. Now I have talked about stakeholders conflict. Have I written stakeholders conflict? Now the stakeholders conflict is pure BT concept, but somewhere it is there in FM. One or two instances I can what? Basically discuss. No need to write anything. Correct? But we'll have to write stakeholders versus shareholder. That we'll write. Okay? But first hear me out about conflict between stakeholders. Right? Now see what is happening. Hear me out. Right? Now what happens now in a company? Right? You remember you had all these Mumbai mein there were very big mills, cloth mills in Mumbai in the 70s and 80s, correct? Yeah, before that also, right? There were cloth mills in Mumbai. Now there is not even a single mill, right? Cloth mill in Mumbai. First, what used to happen, Mumbai being close to the port, correct? A lot of cotton used to come there, right? From India or from other states in India, Gujarat and all that states. They used to what? Process the cotton, right? And export it, right? That is how the things used to work. But slowly, what started happening? There was an era where first manually all this what? Tell me, cotton making was done, manufacturing, correct? Manually there were machines through which cotton was made. So a lot of labor was required, correct? Then all the shareholders, see, in that case what used to happen, a lot of labors would be required, some labor will not come, some labor problem will happen, strike will happen. The shareholders were not very happy because most of the income was going into employee payments only, right? So now someone from UK came and said that, boss, see, you are using all this manual labor, it's old, right? Now you go to automatic system, there are machines which directly make cotton, right? You just put in the raw material, cotton comes out of the other side, right? First you required 500 employees, now you will require hardly 10 employees. In 10 employees the whole factory can work. 490 employees you are going to fire, right? So 490 employees, shareholder profitability, correct? Will there be a conflict between employees and shareholders? Tell me yes or no. Two stakeholders at what? War. War होगा. Conflict क्या? There will be a war if you try to what? Tell me. fire employees. Correct? It has happened in Mumbai. So eventually what happened? People moved from manual to machine, and then from machine to selling of their land to big malls. And what happened in Mumbai? Now do you have cloth mills? No. So there were two major changes in cloth mills in Mumbai. One is what? Manual labor being replaced by what? Automated what? Machines. Then after that, the money was so much that all the Mumbai area around the mills was so much developed that all the mills closed off, right? And what? The land was given for development to big what? Tell me. Malls, big complexes, correct? What do you say, Shreya? Correct? Right? That is how things work out. Then the most important thing or the other stakeholder conflict, right? Now see, you are a furniture manufacturer. What manufacturer? Tell me. Furniture manufacturer, right? Now you decide that, boss, you sold 100 tons of furniture this year, right? Now you are going to go and sell 200 tons of furniture, correct? That means if you are selling what? Wooden furniture, then what? More harvestation or deharvestation, बराबर है क्या? Tell me. Harvesting the forest, correct? More harvestation will happen and more trees will be cut, right? More pushpas will be born, right? What do you say? From here, the export of what? Tell me. The wood or the raw material for furniture will happen. This is the problem that we are facing. So society at a large will be affected because of this, and shareholders' profitability will increase. So society at a large versus shareholders, what? Conflict will arise. Correct or not? Makes sense. This is what conflict is all about. Honestly, you don't even need to know this, but 5-10 minutes I want to give it because at the end I don't want you to say that I did not discuss this, right? Okay with it? Now quickly, can I just do 1 or 2 questions from Study Hub is what I want to say. Let me just log in. We have what, 7 minutes remaining. Let me just log in. Can I get any sums on TSR from the Study Hub? Chalo, chalo, jaldi. So that one topic can get over there and then. Wait, logging into the Study Hub. Okay. Study Hub. Wait, sharing the screen. Is it visible to you? Study material, this Study Hub screen.
Yes, sir.
Hey there. Where is FM? Can we get total shareholder return here? Do we have total shareholder return formula ka question here? At least we had it in the old. Total shareholder return. है क्या रे total shareholder return? Ratio analysis, the following earnings per share, dividend per share, start of the dividend per share. एक minute, no, it will have all this. हाँ, आ जाओ. Come here. Have a look. Share price at the start of the year, at the end of the year. What is it asking? Let's verify this at least, whether this is correct or not. Okay. C part of the question. Have a look. Total shareholder return for third year is 26%. Now go to the third year. Third year mein what is the share price at the start? Tell me. What will be the share price at the start? 2.01 or 2.25? Tell me. Share price at the start for third year. See, this is first year end, this is second year end, and this is third year end. If I say
2.01.
for third year, means start mein 2.01, end mein 2.25, correct? And dividend received throughout the year is how much? Tell me. 0.15, correct? So find out, chalo quickly. Is it 26% or not 26%? Tell me. Is it 26% or not 26%? Chalo karo. Tell me. So dividend is how much? 0.15. And share price at the start and at the end of the year. Start is 2.01, end is 2.25. Chalo quickly do it. How much is TSR? Tell me.
19.40.
19 point means 15 plus some 24, correct? 0.15 plus 0.24, correct? So it will come to how much? 0.39, na? 0.39 divided by what? 2.01 or 2.25? Tell me.
2.01.
So how much would it be? 0.15 plus 0.24 divided by 2.01. How much is this? Tell me.
19.40.
19.40%. Correct? So is it correct or wrong? Tell me.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Correct? So wrong hai. Okay. Anything else that we can find, beta? Let me see. Just paid a dividend. है ना? Share price 1 year ago was 3.10. The total shareholder return for the year. Current share price. 1 year ago ka share price given. They are asking current share price. Can you do this question? Chalo quickly solve it. Without my help, can you do it? Try. Try without my help. Can you do it? Chalo Arati, give me the answer quickly. Bolo, Shreya, what is the answer? Do it, chalo, quickly do it. Or you need my help? No. Do it, chalo, quickly.
Three 3.5007.
3.5007. So 3.5, 3.35, 31.
0.
A, B, C, or D. What is the answer?
B.
B. Okay. Anyone else having any other answer? Chalo, I'll give you 1 more minute. We have one more minute. Tell me, Preeti. What do you say? Ishan, what is the answer, beta? You want
So
me to
B.
solve?
No,
B
sir.
only. Preeti, what
Yes,
do you
sir.
say, beta? Preeti is there. Arati? A, B, C, or D?
D only.
B or D?
D.
D. Okay, chalo. B1, someone has said B. Chalo, let's find out. B is the answer. D, how did you get 3.31? Have a look. So, how is this to be done? Have a look. So, TSR is how much, re baba? कितना है?
19.7.
19.7.
90.7%.
So, 0.197 is equal to how much is the dividend? Tell me.
0.21.
0.21.
2.2.
correct? Plus you don't know share price at the start, no?
And
Current share price, okay, and you don't know, okay. So x minus 3.10, the whole divided by 3.10. Therefore, what will you do? Tell me. 0.197 into 3.10 is equal to 0.21 plus x minus 3.10. Aaja, how much is that? 0.197 into 3.10. How much is this, right? Shreya, tell me.
0.6107.
6107 is equal to this 0.21 minus 3.10. So this 0.21 will become 0.21 here, and this will become plus 3.10 is equal to x. Therefore, x is equal to how much?
3.5007.
3.5007 or 3.50. Correct? Is it okay? Tell me. Make sense? Chalo. With this, can we wrap up today's class? Tell me. I hope you understood everything, all formulas, derivation, everything. Have you done formulas with derivation anywhere? Tell me. No. FM में derive कौन करता है formula? Who has time, right? But we'll take that time, derive all the formulas. Don't worry about that. We'll meet tomorrow, 6:30. Till then, bye bye. Take care of your health. Good night.
Bye, sir. Good night.
Bye bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye.